All right, it's mid-May 2023, and we're here at a job site on the corner of East Hill Road and East End Road in Homer. We got two lots here. Basically, there's like a half-acre lot that essentially encompasses from here south to the road, and then the next half-acre is like from there south to the road. Our customer owns both lots and is basically prepping one to sell and the other one to develop as he likes. We were not the people, in case anyone was wondering, who came in here and did the initial clearing. I'm not going to name names, but it was done in a very haphazard and destructive work, kind of similar to the lot done across the street here next to the school. That was not us. The customer actually ended up having to spend a little bit more money just to have us fix the previous customer or previous contractor's work. But we came in here, cleared out this area. This is not exactly how I would have developed the lot myself if this were my lot, but this is what the customer wanted. They were kind of on a tight budget. So the spine of this road here going to where about that skid steer is, that is reinforced enough for a concrete truck, so that they can get a concrete truck or a boom truck in to their potential future house site. The rest of this is basically, it's thinner gravel, a little thinner than I normally like to go, but it's sufficient for their purpose, and will be used for parking and staging of other things. We normally also do not leave Typar out like this, but the customer actually expanded his scope with us 3 or 4 times throughout the project. Again, had we known, originally kind of what the whole scope would be, we would have done things a little differently. But the customer's still unsure if they want to expand this more, but just doesn't have the budget for it right now. So we leave a Typar lip in instances like this, where the customer may want to expand in the future, because that actually saves time and money in the long run. And you'll see also the customer has plans to extend that roadway down and intersect East End Road over there. So we left a roll of Typar for that. So again, came in, this is mostly pit run. Customer is going to let it sit for a year, and then we'll cap it with a finer road base. But you kind of get the idea. We're working around trees, working around forms, also trying to be proactive about addressing future drainage concerns as well. So you can kind of see along the edge here. We'll clean this up a little bit. We're not quite done with our finishing pass on the drainage here, but pretty close to what we want the final product to look like. Again, I hate to see Typar hanging out like that, but it's what the customer wanted. A lot of this other clearing work, the customer, again, he was on a budget, wanted to do a lot of the clearing work himself. Ended up being kind of superfluous because, in a couple hours we were able to clean up a lot of this, but this is his future cut for driveway. The home's gonna go here. And this actually showcases pretty nicely kind of the difference between our forestry mulching work and those of some of our competitors. This is the site how we found it, with piles of slash and kind of just a muddy mess, but stumps still buried and in the ground. And you can see there in the distance, that's a little bit more. Again, we were on a budget, customer wanted to work quickly, but that kind of distant around the edge of the site, that's more the quality of forestry mulching that we like to do. This is also our mulching work back here. Again, we really take the time to blend in the topsoil and grind the chips down into smaller bits so that when it re-vegges, it's like a meadow. You can mow it with a heavy brush mower. Very easy. And this is the future house site right here. Again, leaving the roll of Typar for being rolled out like that. And again, looking back at the site, we did the very most we could to use native soils and kind of grade the site. Really pleased with how the grade turned out on the driveway. There was a pretty good ravine over there. We were able to kind of use, we obviously pushed off all the organic soils up here, and we're able to use some pretty good quality subsoil to do that. And then of course roller compacted this. This is Got a good spine in it. Finish this up with a lot of the excess topsoil so we're able to kind of like flatten this out. Again, normally I don't like to see a gravel quite that sloped, but it's what the customer wanted. It's just for parking. So this is a good compromise between a really high quality driveway and parking area and the financial constraints of the customer. So it's always good when we can accommodate everyone's goals and end up with a really nice looking finished product. So pretty happy with how it turned out. If you have a similar gravel driveway, parking pad, road connection that you need to do, or also forestry mulching, land clearing, site preparation. Now we're getting ready to possibly do the water and sewer and utility connections for this site as well. The customer's going to build himself. Normally we do a lot of that concrete and gravel work too, but it's going to use us for as much of the excavation component. So again, if you've got a similar project or any one of these various uses at your site, feel free to give us a call. We're Southern Exposure, 907-235-2352, or southernexposurellc.com, or sales@southernexposurellc.com.